Good morning, everyone. Today is the day after the flood. The river has gone down tremendously. Walk off the front porch here. But we're actually able to leave and get out of the driveway. Now, yesterday, the water level was up to the base of the fence here. It come in all from over there, and we'll walk down there in a minute. The water level covered all of this up and about halfway up to that light pole up there. So if you stand at the bottom of the hill there, it's probably, I don't know, probably about 6 foot high, maybe about 5.5 foot, somewhere around there. But here you can see in the grass where the water came through, and this part of the field, this field is not flat, and it's used as a wheat field. But the water level, when it gets way high, it came down up there, and across that section there, the river branches off and comes around a junkyard. And it was basically up so high, it was just blowing past the main river, and then just started flowing through the top part of the field down that main little gully there, which I say is about, 5 foot deep, 6 foot deep, depending on where you're standing in it. And all this here was underwater, and there's that part of a chair. Fence there is tore down. Everything's doing all right here. The dogs made it all right. Walk over here to the gully. Now when it floods here, if water starts going down this, you know it's bad, because it takes the river a good bit to get up to the point where it actually flow down this. And the river was pretty much level with the bank here, and that's a good ways down there. From up here, it's probably, I don't know, 8 foot off the edge of the bank. So, river was way up. Let's walk around back here. That's Snoop. Here you can see the debris pile where the edge of the water came into the yard. And it was actually probably a little higher than this, because it did cover this dog tie. So as it started going down, you could see where the debris washed out. We did have 2 spare dog houses right here. They were older, but we kept them just because we get stray dogs in from time to time, and it's nice to have somewhere for them to stay. But those are gone. We had a third one here. It's one of the big plastic ones. We were actually able to move it fairly quickly. But yeah, basically right now we would be standing almost up to our knees in water. And this will continue to go down. Now we'd probably be about chest high in the water, on how high up it was yesterday. Walk down a little further. Now the water's probably over our heads. We might be able to tip the toe on the bottom here and maybe get the top of our head to poke through the water. Walk down a little further. And now we're definitely underwater here. So this is the tree, this is a sycamore. This is what we use to keep an eye on floods. Basically, when they go through the forks of the tree, we know the flooding's pretty bad, and then we start keeping an eye on it periodically. If it doesn't go through the forks of the tree, it ain't even worth bothering. But as you can see in the trash in the tree there, the water was higher than where the trash is currently settled. As a matter of fact, that little branch right there is probably about where the water was. And that's way up there. That's probably 9-10 foot. And I'm 6'1", 6'2". The river's still up a good bit. This isn't its normal level either. All these rocks down here, we did have a pathway where we brought a backhoe down here because my grandparents' church used this as like a little baptism spot. It was easier for the older folks to walk down here after we cleared it off. All these rocks got shifted. This pool of water usually stands here after a flood for a couple of days. They don't really have a way to drain. It's still slightly flooded, so I won't be able to walk to the deep end down here. Can't wait to see how much erosion was caused last night for a minute. Looks like there's more trash, some sheet metal, looks like some clothing maybe, some plastic trash. You look over here, you can see the tree, all the brush laid over. We're definitely underwater, brush laid over. We got hit pretty bad, folks. We did get lucky though, that it didn't get worse. But yeah, I won't be able to get back in there. This is the swimming hole, big open spot. Hard to tell with all the brush laid over right now blocking it, but this has been the swim hole for ever since my parents were children. So, and probably well before that. Matter of fact, it's been such a swim hole that we actually had to put up private property signs because we had random people, about 30 a day, coming in wanting to go swimming. And they were leaving trash. There's part of a trunk cover. It looks like some let's walk up here. Well, there's some trimmers. Looks to be in fairly decent shape. Huh, those are pretty good size. Handles coming off on them. They might be repairable. Grab those, always handy to have a pair of them. But yeah, down here, these rocks have all been shifted. There were massive trees come floating down the river. And there's where the gully goes. As you can see, the water level's got to get up pretty good for it to get over there. And it was like 8 foot deep over there. So that little spillway has been pretty handy. So I'll have to probably put on a little better clothing. I have some shorts on right now and walk through the weeds and briars. Briars will eat you up. Ha! What I found. Yeah.